I just got out of the shower and I'm working on my script. Jennifer North in Valley of the Dolls. And I was thinking about it because Jennifer's like a North Star, you know. I like her. We're a lot alike, only I think I'm a little bit stronger, but she's been through a lot of things. She's, her mother sees her as a money machine. Her father's dead. She's, it's not funny. Oh. She's just a lot of things. She's in love with and marries a man named Tony who has Huntington's chorea, so he loses his mind and he loses his body like a vegetable. And then she's pregnant and can't have the child because it's congenital. She's a showgirl, and she gets a chance to do soft porn. She's not very happy about it, but it's the way to pay her husband's medical bills to do these movies in Paris. And that keeps him out of the state hospital, but it's rough. And then she finds out she has breast cancer, and she has to have a breast removed, and that is just a lot because that's her body. That's the way she takes care of Tony. And then she goes to see him. It's not in the movie, but it happens. It's referenced, and he doesn't know who she is, so it's very hard. So she takes pills. She commits suicide. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but I have to get inside her skin. That's my job, you know. So I'm working on all the scenes where she's talking to her mother, and it's phone calls, and they're all the similar theme, which is this issue of the money. So it's the same, you know. Hello, yes, I'll accept the call. Hello, mother, I just got in. I thought it was too late to call you. I sent $50 last week, mother, and I'll send 50 more as soon as I get my paycheck. I know Gran's been sick, Mom, and you told me about the oil burner. Okay. I'll take the mink to Uncle Iris again. He'll give me a couple of $100. And it's like this, you know, it's very sad. So, you know, I have to really work on this because my mother's nothing like this at all. I call my mother the night that I'm about to take the pills, and she starts to tell her about the breast cancer, and she starts to talk about money again. It's just like I'm not even there. So it's very hard, you know. But I read the book also, and I'm trying to get my hands on anything that might help me. And Jen's very different in the book. Well, it traverses more time, so I live till I'm about 40 years old. In the movie, it's much shorter. It's a couple of years. I'm like 25 or 26 when I commit suicide, so it's very young. I have a little bit more. This character has more innocence in the script than in the book, because in the book it's like her wheels turn more, you know. So she'll say things like, well, even though this man is really attractive and I think I could love him, it's just not a good idea. So click, it all like rationalizes. And in the film version, I don't see that the same way. It's just more innocent, pure. She's had to do certain things, but there's a certain wonder to her, and I like that because she's the kind of person that when you're with her, it puts everybody at ease because she's just who she is. I think that's very good. She has an affair with a girl in the book, and high school girl's older than she is, and starts a sexual relationship with her, and that's fine. She's heterosexual basically, but it's fine, and she's enjoying it. But the girl gets possessive, and that she doesn't like so much, and she schemes with her mother to tell a lie to get out, even though it's not a healthy situation. She's kind of in a machination, and that all of that's not in the movie. Well, they're not going to put that relationship in a major motion picture, but the kind of wheels turning that way, that's not happening in the script. She's not as much of a master of the conniving, you know, that her mother does, which I like much better. So I have to really, I've gotten some, you know what I got out of the book? I got the fact that she and Anne are very, very dear friends. It does come across in the film. Right before I take the pills, Anne's over and we have a nice conversation. And if she stayed, I probably wouldn't be dead. But in the book, the friendship's really developed. There's more time, of horse. But there's a funny moment when Anne says, Jen, I love you. And Jen says, I know you do. It's too bad we weren't queer. We'd be marvelous together. I think it's funny, but even though they both like men, they get each other. There's an honesty, I like how in the movie Anne walks off and lives her own life. She's choosing her own path. I think that's beautiful, and she will find the right love. I like working with Barbara and Patty as Anne and as Neely. I think it should be a good picture. I think I'm going to ask Barbara to be my maid of honor because I know she can come to London. And it's so funny. I was telling the Romans asked me to marry him, and they were so excited. We were giggling away in the dressing room. He got down on one knee. It was very sweet, very old-fashioned. I think she could come. I guess Patty's feeling protective because the director's on me, riding me pretty hard. But I can take it. I think that I'm pretty lucky, actually, because my character's really straight shooting. There's not a lot of danger of it going over the top or anything because she's not that kind of a part. So I just wish that all of us have a good time with it, But you have to use all of this information because you've got to be inside the skin of your character. You have to understand her, like my acting teacher, Lee Strasberg, says. You have to know who she is and be aware of everything in order to be spontaneous. So that means knowing her past, knowing her present, knowing what she wants in the future, like in life. But I'm naturally spontaneous and I'm very aware. And if you think about it, it's like an animal, really. Because if you are not aware in all your senses and know everything around you, you're not going to be able to be spontaneous. In fact, you might be reactive or you might be impetuous, but you won't be spontaneously responding to life, which takes relaxation. And you could be, well, I don't know if you could be. You could, if you're not aware, that's where you'll be. If you're aware of it, you're inhibited, then you can't be free. You need both things, right? You have to have both things. And I don't know, I sort of like doing animal exercises because that gets me into the pureness of the character. And I like wild animals anyway. I like nature. I think Jennifer would be like a Mustang, because they're very wild and pure, but they're also not like, they're not thoroughbreds. They're not purebreds, but they have a pure heart. I think that's who she is. And I just read about one that was defending its mate, protecting it from all the other horses when they were captured. So if you can imagine, Jennifer's sort of captured in this film. She's trapped. She's in a corner. She wouldn't normally do something like she does, but she's at a point of just feeling like everything's taken away. And the horse story reminds me of that, but she would be like that. She does and would stay loving, Me, I think that I'm like a mountain lion. Well, they're mysterious. They're shy and private, but they're also sociable with their own kind, and they like a sense of territory and space. That's me. I need that. I like to have views. Maybe that's the Texas girl in me. When the cheetah and mountain lion, during the Ice Age, I'm talking about, the cheetah went over all the ice, all over the plains, to go all the way to Eurasia. I read this, it's true, to get food. The cheetah was afraid that there wouldn't be enough food, but the mountain lion stayed and said, I'm going to trust that there will be, and stayed in America, so because it was shy actually to travel and go out in the open like that, but it had a sort of faith, and I could see it. And the mountain lion is considered the protector of the canyon by the American Indians, and I would like to live in one of the canyons. The one where Jim Morrison lives is really nice. I like the views, and the other one. That's Laurel, and there's Benedict Canyon right there. One of those, maybe. But I think there's an affinity. And it's funny because I like, in life, horses, and I feel this affinity to mountain lions. And then I'm thinking of Jennifer as a Mustang. And in life, they're naturally predator and prey. So that in nature, the mountain lion would jump on the back of the horse to kill it, jump on its spine, try to bite it through the neck. And that's one reason that a horse bucks. Naturally, it's in its DNA to get rid of the predator. It also bucks out of joy, or if it's spooked for some reason, or if there's someone riding who doesn't know what they're doing and then it's nervous, and sometimes just to assert its will. But it's funny that I like both of them so much. But in nature, there's no malevolence, which also reminds me of Jennifer. She's not a conniver. She's not got a bad bone in her body, and in nature, there's prey and predator, and there's ugliness that can happen in any real situation. But everything in nature has a purpose and a reason, and so it comes from a pure place. I think that's really important to get in touch with when you act. I think it's an important force, So it's really about love, actually. I think what drives any character, at least this kind of character, Jennifer, is love. And it drives us in life. It's like we're here in life to develop a love muscle, the part of us that can love. And I was reading, the character Captain America, and I'm not just talking about him because my father's in the Army. I do love the United States, but I was reading about how the super serum in this regeneration project allows Captain America to become all that he can be, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, because of his love for his country and his love and belief in what matters to him and his loyalty and all of those things. So it lets him grow more into who he is. And that's what I think our purpose is here on Earth. It's a super serum, whatever that is for us, that's our experiences that make us more of that. So it's really all about love.